Monica. I love Monica to death because, you know what I love about Monica? Because it's obvious that this girl would do anything to please her man, except keep her big mouth shut about it.
That's a lot of Monica.
Tonight from the Shrine Auditorium, welcome to the 13th Annual American Comedy Awards.
Welcome back. You know, so much has changed in the last year. A year ago, the White House was complaining that there was too much sex in Hollywood. So...
What do you think of my dress? I've got more tape and wire under here than Linda Tripp.
All women are 2 drinks away from a girl-on-girl adventure.
In your dreams, sweetheart.
Rachel and I will kiss for 1 minute.
Oh, I'm ready, glory, hallelujah!
That is so over.
You are finally becoming an elegant and refined young lady.
I'm still a little crude.
No, not at all.
Oh, yeah? Bite me.
God, she is obnoxious.
That's all right. I got nice boobs.
You're alluring in a buxom, bad girl kind of. Oh, shut up, you horny idiot.
I bet you women would like to know what men are really thinking. The truth, the honest truth of what men are really thinking. Because I could tell you. Would you like to know? All right, I'll tell you. Nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. David Hyde Pierce.
Thank you. Good evening. Welcome to the 13th Annual American Comedy Awards. I have bad news. I'm going to sing. Most of you know our producer, George Slaughter, and you know that when it comes to putting this show together, for George, money is literally no object. So I'm the opening production number. I'm going to sing a song about therapy because I figure, know your audience. It's called The Therapy Rap. Oh, my posse. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. So you walk into my office and you're feeling kind of low. You're depressed, confused, and anxious. You've got no place to go. Well, I'm the one to talk to. I'm the man who understands. You just take $150 and pop it in my hand and hit the couch. Hit the couch. So you say you hate your mommy and your dad was gone a lot. You had intimate relations with your pet dog Spot. You need some words of wisdom, need some help to find your way. Relax upon my sofa, I know just the thing to say. I say, uh-huh. 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 Say, how's that make you feel? There's a lady on my ledge and she's looking mighty fine, but that chicken suit she's wearing says she's out of her mind. Lady stepping through my window, watch your head, you'll want to crouch. Lay your eggs upon my desk and park your beak upon my couch. Hit the couch. Hit the couch. Now this chicken lady's crazy, there's no doubt I needn't ask it. She's a few eggs short of an Easter basket. So what's a man to say to a lady who's a bird? I can solve all of her problems with just one little word. I say, uh-huh. Come on, say it with me now. I say, uh-huh. Oh, say it once again. Say, uh-huh. Little mother, uh-huh. Little master, uh-huh. Uh-huh. Say, how's that make you feel? Come on, come on, come on. Here I am rapping with my hip new friends. They'll get pilot deals at Fox. I will never work again. Now, here's a man, I've been his shrink for 17 years. We shared a lot of laughter, we shared a lot of tears. Now he says he's healthy, says his therapy is through, says he's moving on. Well, I got a word for you. I say, hey, 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 that's my word for him. I say, hey, 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 listen to me, Jim. I have got a mortgage, leased a BMW. I got a wife who's like a refugee from taming of the shrew. So you may say you're healthy, no ifs or ands or buts, but if you think you're getting out of here, well, buddy, you're nuts. Hit the couch.
Come on, come on, come on.
Hit the couch.
Come on, come on, come on.
Hit the couch.
Hit the.
Hit the. I'm sorry, our time is up. Hit the street. The nominees for funniest female in a television series are
I have a spare key that I keep in a hollow rock.
What?
Yep. Where did I put that thing? I keep it here. It looks like a real rock, but it's a hollow rock. No, I got it from a catalog.
Uh-oh. Looks like Lyle and Eric got sunburned.
Lyle and Eric?
Yeah, it was Greg's idea, because they're a couple of killers.
Wow. Finally a snug fit. Well, here it goes.
Oh, just help me.
You know, I got a system for playing the phonies. If I like a horse's name, I bet on it. Also, if I see a horse take a poop in the paddock before a race, I bet on it. That way, he's bound to be lighter and springier. Mr. Francis Albert Sinatra himself taught me that.
And this year's favorite is Tracy Ullman.
The only brunette. Thank you, it's lovely. You know, an American Comedy Award. Boy, am I glad I came over here. You know, if I'd stayed in England, I probably would have joined the Royal Shakespeare Company. And I'd be Dame Tracy by now. My husband would be Lord Allen, wouldn't you, darling? Or if I'd have gotten really lucky, I might have joined the Spice Girls. I would have been premenopausal Spice. But all that pales in comparison to this gorgeous lucite chunk of Americana. And another big plus about coming over here, I tell you, is I've got fabulous American teeth. So, anyway, I'd like to thank my dentists, Joel Reams and Mark Helms. Give me a discount now, fellas. And HBO, my wonderful cast and crew, all you comics and funny people that voted for me, I really appreciate it. And my lovely family, Lord Allen, Prince Johnny, and Queen Mabel. Thank you very much!
Coming up on the American Comedy Awards, everybody loves Ray Romano and Kevin James. Please welcome from Everybody Loves Raymond, Doris Roberts and Peter Boyle.
Well, it's wonderful to be here as ourselves, not as our characters on the show.
Yeah, you're not the control freak you play on the show.
No. And you're not an ungrateful bastard. You're a bastard, but a grateful one.
We're here to introduce a wonderful, talented man, a comic genius.
A sweet man and a joy to work with. And so it is with great pride that we fulfill our contractual obligations and introduce the star of our show.
And with him, the brilliant star of the CBS hit King of Queens. Wait a minute, why do we have to kiss his butt?
Because in this business, you never know. Please welcome my boy, Ray Romano, and the lovely Kevin James.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to present the award for Best Stand-Up Comic of the Year.
Which is pretty neat, because we both started in stand-up.
We did. I don't know if the people know, we're very good friends, Kevin and I. We started in stand-up, we played the clubs together, we struggled together, and now we're here. We're in show business together.
Right.
Yeah.
We're more like,
thank you.
yeah, we're like the fatter and uglier version of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Yes, I see that. Yeah. But we're not as talented as them.
And I bet they smell better.
Oh, yeah. But I'm glad we're presenting for stand-up because stand-up, I know you've heard it before, but it is an art form. A lot of comics make it look easy.
Yep.
But I don't think the people know the intricacies of a well-woven stand-up act.
Right.
So Kevin is going to perform stand-up for you, and I'm going to break down exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Go right ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin James.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much, folks. I was just listening to you backstage, and I got to tell you, you sound like a great audience.
Okay, that's the standard, that's the suck-up opening for the audience. Yeah, it gets the audience on your side.
I'm from New York. Any New Yorkers?
Okay, he's getting a response from the audience. That's breaking the ice, basically.
Hey, New Yorkers, how about them world champion Yankees, huh? The Yanks, they won it.
All right, what's happening here, he's probably got to do about a 40-minute show, and he's got about 12 minutes of material, this guy. Yeah.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Okay, good, a heckler, good. No, this is good, because this gives a comedian a chance to ad-lib and show the audience who's in control here. You gotta go right on them. An audience can sense fear. It's important. Okay, he's in trouble. No, but what happens now is he's in the hole, but he can still win the audience back if he plays his cards right. Okay, he's throwing up. Okay, all right, that's all right. It's okay. All right.
All right,
That's yeah, that can happen on any given night. That can happen.
Okay, yeah.
That's all right. You all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Here are the rules on how the nominees for the Stand-Up Comedy Awards are chosen. Every year, a survey of the comedy clubs is made to determine who are the most popular comics working today.
Videos of your favorites are then shown on Comedy Central. Viewers then vote on an 800 number or the internet.
This year, for the first time, there was some very intense campaigning, and as a result, there was a significant disparity between the votes and the internet, on the internet and the 800 number.
Yeah. To ensure...
Was that clear? Because this is all new right here. That's what I like. Different rules.
To ensure fairness to everyone this year, we are going to provide 2 awards in each category. First, in the category of funniest female stand-up comic, your favorites are Kathy Buckley,
Playboy wanted to do a layout on female stand-up comics. They called me up to see if I would be interested in an interview. I said, you gotta be kidding. I go, have you seen my body? She said, no, why? I said, if you took a telephone pole and put the knot hole where the belly button should be, you pretty much got who I am. You want anything with the cleavage, you're gonna have to take that shot from behind.
Diane Ford.
Perfume ads would have us believe that attracting a man is a lot like a flower attracting a bee. They don't tell us the consequences of those actions, though, do they? They don't show that flower years later, a dried up stem with all the nectar sucked out of it. Well, that bees move that stinger onto a new little flower.
Sheila Kay.
Yeah, I just got back from Vegas. I was very excited. I was working the Riviera, and the big thrill is to go out and see your name on the marquee. And I went out to look at my name, and it said, Riviera, Sheila Kay, craps in the lounge.
Etta May.
What's harder to raise, boys or girls? Girls. Who said boys? Boys are easy. Just give them a book of matches, they're happy. Till they turn 13, then you give them a Playboy magazine, you ain't gonna hear jack out of them till they're 25.
Felicia Michaels.
All right. So you know what I was reading that Bill Clinton has the largest feet of any American president ever. I read that in USA Today. And you know what they say about men with big feet? Yeah, that they can't get bipartisan support during an impeachment inquiry.
Yeah. And this year's favorites are Etta May and Felicia Michaels.
Very cool. I would like to thank any comedy club owner that's ever booked me back. And, And now that I have this, maybe you can move me into a hotel when I'm doing your gig instead of the comedy condo. I would like to thank my husband for still liking me after thousands of whining phone calls from the comedy condo. So, thank you very much.
I would like to thank Felicia for being so thin. You know you're getting fat when you sit in your bathtub and the water in the toilet rises. I would like to thank Mitzi Shore for giving a woman from Arkansas her start. I would like to thank my family, Jason Creek, for watching my cats when I'm on the road. He changes a lot of litter. I would like to thank Valerie Pappas for talking me off the ledge many a time. And I would like to thank all of you and anybody who I've forgotten, anybody I've ever met in my entire life. And this is incredible. Thank you very much.
In the category of funniest male stand-up comic, your favorites are Adam Ferrara.
You know who had faith? The Jews had faith. They followed Moses through the desert. 40 years, no map. There had to be one guy in the back, you know, like, hey, I don't think he knows where he's going. 40 years? What, are you kidding me? I was 10 when we started this trip.
Pablo Francisco.
I had to break up with my girlfriend because she was a hoe. She was. And she tried to make me look like the person cheating. You know, Pablo, how many girls have you slept with? By the name. Rita, Sarah, Monica. How many guys have you slept with? She pulled out a banjo. Ding, 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 ding. Now Fred and John and Bob and Joe and Brandon.
John Pinette.
Skinny people, I love you, but at the buffets, you piss me off. You know why? Because you browse. Pick something! It's all you can eat. If you don't like it, spit it out, go up, get some more. Don't browse, don't look, you grab and move, grab and move, grab and move.
Robert Schimmel.
Then I have to get an angiogram and they shave your crotch, or maybe I just fell for it, but they... No, they do. They shave your crotch, and I'm scared because they stick a tube in your thigh and feed it up to your heart. And I said, is it going to hurt? And they said, no, don't worry. We're going to give you a little Novocaine shot between your legs, and all you're going to feel is a little sting like when you're at the dentist. What dentist do you go to?
Bob Zaney. I want to tell you something, Jerry. At the American Comedy Awards, you were given a Lifetime Achievement Award, and you deserve it. You are the best in the business. And I was nominated as Club Comic of the Year last year. Remember, we talked. And Ed McMahon was there, and I'll never forget this, Ed. You came up to me and you said, Bob, I just want to let you know Pam and I are here. And it's advice like that that keeps you going as a young comic.
And this year's favorites are John Pinette and Robert Schimmel.
Thanks, Kevin. Hello? I would like to thank George Slaughter for the lovely buffet before the festivities. Really was a hell of a meal, George. Thank you. And my manager and best friend, Larry Shapiro. My agent, Steve Levine. And I'd like to say hi to everybody back in Philadelphia and Boston, my family and friends, and all the great comics I started with. That's about it. And I got a chance to open for Mr. Sinatra a few times. Mr. Sinatra, part of this is for you. Thank you very much. Take care. Congratulations, my friend.
Well, I guess I should thank Howard Stern first, I guess. Obviously, that's why I'm here tonight. I want to thank Bud Friedman very much. He's the first guy that ever put me on stage, and that's what started my career. Wherever you are. I wish my wife was here, but
I would also like to thank Bud. Thank you, Bud.
Okay. Did I talk during your thing? So, I wish my wife was here to see this, but we had a baby boy 9 days ago, so she cannot be here. I want to thank my manager, Lee Kernis, and my agent, Rick Greenstein, and that you have no idea what this means to me. I've been waiting a long time to get something like this, and I'll tell you why. I lost my son 6 years ago to cancer, and I've wanted to be in front of an audience and be able to dedicate something to him. So, Derek, this is for you. Thank you very, very much.
Friday night at the Friars Club, they had a dinner celebrating the 80th birthday of a man we can all learn something from.
Happy birthday to Red Buttons. Red Buttons.
Coming up, the stars of Will and Grace, the Hughleys, and That 70s Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Showtime's Rude Awakening, Lynn Redgrave.
Good evening. It's always a pleasure to spend an evening like this one, knee-deep in anarchy. I am here as a representative of Her Majesty to remind you of the rules. Every contest, even one as notoriously dubious as the one in which we find ourselves, so heatedly embroiled, requires rules. And as a direct descendant of the people who invented rules, I feel distinctly qualified to offer you colonials the following brief but trenchant summary. Please pay attention. We reserve the right to a pop quiz. The suggestion forms went out to 3,500 writers, producers, directors, agents, managers, press agents, networks, and production companies. Performers most often mentioned on those suggestion forms were then put together on a ballot sent by PricewaterhouseCoopers to 1,300 performers actively working in the comedy industry. They then selected the 5 nominees voted by comedy performers only, which were announced here tonight. American Comedy Awards selects the Creative Achievement honorees, and some of tonight's winners were notified in advance by mail, by telegram, by FedEx, by telephone, by electronic mail. Now that we have clearly explained the rules for the show, perhaps next year we won't have to go through all of this again. This year's favorites for funniest male guest appearance in a television series are...
I think you're sweeter than a gooseberry pie. And I know I'm not supposed to say that, but I feel it's my duty to say that, because if I should die tomorrow, I think you should know that I think you're sweeter than a gooseberry pie.
Thank you.
Well, you know, you deserve it. Okay. Well, I'm free to die now.
Wow, Pete, I have to say your balls are so tender.
Well, there's no beating my balls. They're made from a secret sweaty family recipe. No one can resist my sweaty balls.
You're leaving, Larry. Just when I thought everything was solid in my life. You decide to go. You know, I can't get it up.
You know, it's the last night of the show, so would it be imposing to ask you if you would do the show?
You know, I've actually been wanting to be on the last show. Hey, I heard you got rid of Stevie Grant.
Did?
Yeah.
His behavior was so detestable.
Is that a word?
And this year's favorite is the winner, David Duchovny in The Larry Sanders Show.
Yeah, I've been saying The X-Files is a funny show for 6 years. Sweet vindication. I want to thank my agent, Reese Spiro, but I want to dedicate this to my manager, Melanie Green, who's made it her life's mission for the past 10 years to tell people that I'm funny. And I can't think of a worse job that there is to try to convince other people that another person is funny. So, Mel, this is for you. You convinced one person, at least. And I want to thank Gary Shandling, who's such a pleasure to work with. I learned more about being funny by seeing Gary naked. I learned more about being funny by watching Gary work, and also, oddly enough, from my wife, Taya Leone, in these past 2 years, and I hope to keep learning, so thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Belzer.
Big life, whole life. Tell me now, which one are you living? Straight life, drug life, love life. Tell me now, which one are you living?
Don't knock yourselves out, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Because, you know, I have another job. Dick Gregory, ladies and gentlemen, the great Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory, wow. And God is in the audience. Richard Pryor is here. God. Richard Pryor. There's one place you're always guaranteed to see a great TV show. At the movies. Dozens of classic television shows have been turned into big hits on screen. From The Addams Family and The Brady Bunch to adventures like The Fugitive, Mission Impossible, you get the premise. But we have managed to obtain the list of projects in development. Remember that bit? Okay. TV shows that will be recast with movie stars. Working will star Tom Arnold and be called Not Working. Yeah, like you all love Tom Arnold. Kiss my ass. For horror fans, horror. Wes Craven will produce and direct Martha Stewart Living Dead. Martha Stewart will be played by a lookalike. She makes herself from some compost, potpourri, and homegrown basil. It was a big hit at the Sundance Festival, ladies and gentlemen. Big hit at the Sundance Festival. Callista Flockhart will appear on the big screen this year. She'll play an underweight woman who's locked in a cage and force-fed mass quantities of high-fat dairy products. It's called, say it with me, Ally McVeal. Ally, use a pun, go to jail. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the co-star. This means I'm leaving now, so get ready, put your seatbelts on. The co-star of Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. And you can also see her on Hollywood Squares. Please welcome Caroline Rhea.
And now for funniest supporting female performance in a television series. Perhaps you didn't notice, but I am a supporting female in a TV series. I didn't get nominated, yet they asked me to present the award. You don't see Gary Coleman hosting Fan Appreciation Day. I digress. Okay. And now the nominees for funniest supporting female in a television series.
Tie one of these into a knot using just my tongue.
Okay?
You're gonna call out her name and yell, "I love you." She's gonna say, "I love you too." And you guys are gonna have the most amazing kiss. Well, then you two can sneak into the cockpit. Things will start to heat up. And then a stewardess comes in. I've been watching too much porn.
Hey, Joey, when you said the deal with Santa Claus, you meant...
That he doesn't exist.
Right. You're black. You said we were an interracial couple.
We are, because you're Hispanic.
I am?
So what are you?
I'm white.
So we're just a couple of white people?
Yeah. So do you want to go to the Gap?
Sure.
These seem old.
You are what you eat.
Robbie, give your father his order of miserable bastard.
And this year's favorite is the very funny and hilarious Doris Roberts.
Thank you. Woo! Yay! I have to thank certainly the American Comedy Awards and everybody who voted for me. I have to thank the wonderful cast of Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray Romano, Peter Boyle, Patricia Heaton, who's not here tonight, Brad Garrett, and the Sweeten Kids, and all the fabulous writers, and especially Phil Rosenthal. I want to thank CBS and HBO and Worldwide Pants, and especially Les Moonves, who believed in us from the very beginning and gave us the opportunity to become the great success that we are today. And I want to thank my son, whose love and support and encouragement has given me the strength to go, as he says, go for it, Mom, and I'm sure going for it. And for all those people on Madison Avenue who determine the demographics, there is life over 54. Yippee!
The American Comedy Awards will continue with David Duchovny and Dustin Hoffman. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dustin Hoffman.
Before I start what was rehearsed, to be here this evening, don't start the thing rolling. And to see Red Buttons, to see Rodney Dangerfield, to see those clowns and to see the younger clowns, they are all the clown princes. They're the name of the game. What a great time to be here. And now, good evening. I am very pleased to be here tonight to present the Creative Achievement Award. This award is given each year to someone whose skill in making people laugh is not just reserved to performance. They are also writers, directors, producers, and any combination of the above. Tonight's recipient is none of the above. His name is Barry Levinson. Or as he demands to be called, "Oh, great white Jewish one."
You bolted out of nowhere, pal. I bolted.
There are but a few film directors who actors consider consummate artists who can meld words.
Trump that, Senator Neal, you howdy-doody looking bomb.
Emotions.
When did I have the power?
And moving pictures together.
The way you were staring at me, I thought you were going to ask me for something a little more exciting.
Like what?
Barry Levinson is that artist. The camera lens is his brush, the script, his painter's palette.
An elephant just went by the window.
He achieves illuminating depths of color with his actors.
You ever get that thing where you just laugh like,
The screen is his giant canvas upon which blends form and content into a dizzying array of symbols and metaphors. You may well ask, why? Why is this man receiving a comedy award? God knows I've asked myself that same question many times. To answer that question, we must look at Barry's early stand-up career. That's Barry marching in front, followed closely behind by actor Craig T. Nelson, in this tape which Mr. Levinson tried unsuccessfully to suppress from this program.
Stop! Day! Oh, daylight come and he wanna go home. Home!
That's Barry in the Hat, practicing to be a film director.
He scared me! He scared you? You're really dumb. You're very dumb. What are you always yelling at me for? Why don't you yell at him? after the bell. Put your hands up.
Barry quit stand-up to sit down and write, and he wrote for some of the best: Tim Conway, Marty Feldman, Rich Little, and even the queen of comedy, Carol Burnett.
What is this? What's come over me? All of a sudden, I have this strange desire to take myself out.
Eventually, sick and tired of words, Barry made the unusual decision to write without them. He joined forces with the legendary Mel Brooks, and Silent Movie was the result. Without saying anything out loud, Barry revealed a romantic side that few had seen before. And about this time, Barry decided to try his hand at acting.
Oh, Dennis, Dr. Thorndike in room 1702 just called down to remind you not...
I know! Get the newspaper! Get the newspaper! Get the stinking newspaper!
With his acting career headed in the same direction as his stand-up, which by this point was a downward spiral, Barry turned to directing just in time. And suddenly, everything clicked. Barry Levinson, the artist, was born. And a string of original, inventive, and unforgettable movies was to follow. Barry's extensive comedy background brought a fresh and unique sense of humor to his films.
Good morning, Vietnam! Mississippi River broke through a protective dike today. What is a protective dike? Is that a large woman standing by the river going, "Don't go near there"? But Betty, don't go near there. Get away from the river. Stay away from there. I know we can't use the word dike. You can't even say lesbian. It's women in comfortable shoes.
His films were very funny, but always in the context of larger social and political issues.
I'm noodling with the idea of putting in some war toys.
You've never made war toys at SIVO.
That's most unusual. It's
Well-
a natural idea for you to make war toys.
We never really did because Dad didn't like the idea of war toys. He thought that war was the domain of the small penis.
Well, is that so, Leslie?
His love of words and his uncanny ear for dialogue turned ordinary language into cinematic poetry.
You gonna finish that?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it.
If you're not gonna finish it, I would eat it. But if you're gonna eat it, you're...
What do you want? Say the words.
No, go ahead. You're gonna eat it. You eat it. That's all right.
Say the words. I want the roast beef sandwich. Say the words, and I'll give you a piece.
Would you guys cut this out? I mean, every time.
Well, if he doesn't talk, he just...
Well, you know what he means, right?
Yeah, I know what he means, but he beats around the bush. He beats around the bush. If he'd say the words, I give him a piece.
If I wanted it, wouldn't I ask you?
Then ask. You know you
just
want...
let it go.
You know he wants
You're
it.
annoying.
I'm annoying. I'm annoying. I'm trying to eat a meal by myself.
If you want to give him the sandwich, give him the sandwich. If you don't want to give him the sandwich, don't.
I don't
just
want to give
forget
him the...
Well, then just eat the sandwich.
Then
And shut
don't...
up.
Well, look at his eyes.
I ask one simple question. You get it. You know what your problem is? You don't chew your food. That's why you get so irritable. It lumps. You have like roast beef in your heart. It just stays there.
Oh, Modell, you're really, really getting me mad now. My blood is boiling.
See, I don't like it. I'll take the sandwich.
No, don't...
Fine, I'll take the sandwich.
His own experience in front of the camera made Barry an actor's director, capable of getting terrific performances from even some of Hollywood's most difficult stars. And of course, I'm speaking of Tom Cruise.
Delta, how's Delta? Delta crashed August 2nd, 1985, Lockheed L-1011, Dallas, Fort Worth. Terrible wind.
All airlines.
135
All
passengers.
airlines have crashed at one time or another. That doesn't mean that they are not safe.
Qantas.
Qantas?
Qantas never crashed.
Qantas?
Never crashed.
Well, that's... I mean, that's going to do me a lot of good, Ray.
Yeah.
You see, Qantas doesn't fly to L.A. out of Cincinnati. You have got to get to Melbourne.
Australia.
Melbourne, Australia, in order to get the plane that flies to Los Angeles. Do you hear me?
Canberra's a capital. 16.2 million population.
I've had the pleasure of working with Barry in 4 films, but Tom, being difficult, has made only 1.
Your Honor, defense calls Father Robert Carrillo.
Each of them has been an incredible journey of discovery, led by a man of immense talent, vision, and substance.
What the hell is this?
Fine. I'm so
What is this, a
excited, and
menagerie? I
can't
want a
wait to
kitten.
put this on my resume.
I just want kittens.
Tracy, can I talk to you for a minute, please?
Couldn't have been simpler. Kittens.
What you got here is basically a cross between a dog and what is substantially
No, I don't want a cross. I just want kittens.
Absolutely,
Oh,
sir,
this is a
absolutely.
lovely
The
dog.
president would like a kitten.
No, I want a kitten.
When this goes national, I get to put it on my resume?
Actually, no.
Because, like, what is it, a guild thing or something? I mean,
You can never tell anyone you did this.
what could they do to me?
They'd come home to your house and kill you.
But Barry isn't just creative, he's also a producer on television shows like the Emmy Award-winning Homicide, Life on the Street.
I confess, I had a blackout, now it comes back to me. I was driving in my car, I killed Jenny Good. My tires hydroplaned over her, case closed. I did it. Cancel the knockwash, I'm going to the gas chamber.
And his production company has produced numerous feature films such as Donnie Brasco,
I'm so disgusted with you. You know that?
Quiz Show,
How does $50,000 a year sound to you, Professor?
You want a fresh one? Can't come in here.
and Analyze This.
You know what I do when I'm angry? I hit a pillow. Try that. Just hit the pillow. Feel better?
Yeah, I do.
Above all, as you can see Barry demonstrating here, Mr. Levinson is always a class act, calm, dignified, mature, the physical embodiment of the serious artist. In the landscape of American film, Barry Levinson has created a number of moments and a number of films which are indelibly comic because they are indelibly human. Barry's a lovely man. He's a wonderful father and a wonderful husband and to me, a very close friend. Barry, in the spirit of your film Diner, you can't just come here tonight in a tuxedo and hang around and sit down there and expect to get this little badoobie. Say, I want the Comedy Award. Say, let's try this. Say, I want the roast beef sandwich. Try that.
I want the roast beef sandwich.
Good. Now say, I want the Comedy Award. I want it. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna take it. I love these things.
All right, I want the Comedy Award.
Come here.
Oh, my gosh. This is terrific. You know, Dustin said it. I'm just thrilled to be in a room with so many comedic talents that are here. I mean, it's really quite overwhelming. I mean, there's just so many faces I look out here that have made us laugh so much over the years. I'd like to thank my parents who were supportive in the early days when they really didn't understand much about what I did. And my father was a businessman. He passed away a few years ago, but he tried to relate everything in terms of business. He had an appliance store. And when I first wrote some sketches, but I hadn't sold anything, he said, "How you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm not selling anything." And he said, "Well, at least you have inventory." I finally got a job in television, the first job, which was Carol Burnett. You saw that little clip. And I talked to my grandmother, and I said, "What'd you think of the show?" She said, "I loved it, the singing and the dancing. It was wonderful." I said, "Well, you know, I don't do that. I only do the comedy." She said, "The comedy I can do without, but the singing and the dancing." There was a little teeny piece they showed of of the quiz show that I worked on in my production company, and Robert Redford asked me if I would play the small role in that. And I spoke to my mother, and I said, did you see it? She says, yes, I went with Sharon. We saw the movie. I said, well, what'd you think? She said, let me ask you, did they make your nose larger for that movie? But to them, and I would like to thank all of you. There's a number of people over the years that were really responsible in many ways. Rudy DeLuca and Craig Nelson, my two partners at the very beginning. I'd like to thank them. 29 years ago, I had a junior agent came up to me and said he wanted to represent me. I hadn't done any television yet, and his name was Michael Ovitz, and I thank Michael Ovitz. He's been with me ever since. And to all of the actors that I've worked with over the years.
He's got a bigger hand than I thought he would.
He is terrific. He is terrific. I've worked with him 4 times now, and he's been terrific. And all I'm ever asked all the time is, how difficult is Dustin Hoffman? And whenever I say that he's not, they don't print it. So. Anyway, I want to thank everyone that I've worked with in terms of actors. I've worked with some great actors, and I've worked with some wonderful comedians that did some dramatic roles for me over the years. Kevin Pollak was here as one, and Richard Belzer, who's also here as well. They've been terrific, and I thank all of you. Thank you. Good night.
And now, please welcome Kevin Nealon and Gary Shandling's significant other, David Duchovny.
Well, I think I speak for both of us, David, when I say what a great pleasure it is to be giving away the award for the funniest male in a television series.
You betcha, Kevin.
I've always believed that adage, that giving is better than receiving.
That's a very mature attitude you have there, Kevin.
Betcha. You agree with me, right?
Yeah, I do.
What's the matter?
Well, I don't know. I was just up here. I was winning that award, and that felt really, really good. And now giving this award away, this feels just okay, actually.
You know, you might be right. You might be right. I mean, yeah. You got a point. This is actually very painful.
Yeah, but that was a nice try, Kevin.
Look at me. I look like Herman Munster standing next to you.
What? What are you talking about?
You're not even a comedian and you won an award.
Well, that's true.
I got nothing.
Well, you know, that is true, Kevin.
What, did I look like Herman Munster?
No, that I'm not a comedian. But you know, Herman Munster was a very, very charming man.
You know, he was. You're right about that. All right, the nominees for the funniest male in a television series are...
Doc, you married? No, I haven't met the right girl yet. Bit of advice? When you do, might want to go with a lighter touch.
Great suit, by the way. Thank you.
You're,
I know. It's a bit risky. People have been commenting on it all day. Yes, it makes a bold statement, but frankly, I like the attention. Oh, my God. My God. I thought you were talking about my belt.
You know, because Clinton's in trouble. He needs you. I don't know why he won't just get up and give you a call. I don't know why he's front, because, I mean, spot on the dresser, you done got people off of a lot more than that now.
Raymond, you have to do something.
All right, well, I didn't prepare anything, but how about this?
We'd like to see a more enthusiastic Leno-type opening where you run through the audience and shake everyone's hand.
You know, that's how you get the flu.
You could wear rubber gloves.
That's true. And then I could check their prostates, too.
And this year's favorite is Gary Shandling in The Larry Sanders Show.
So I guess you're what, seeing Kevin now? Bitch. Thanks, Dave. Kevin and David are both very close friends of mine, and a particular honor to receive this award from them, and to follow Barry Levinson, who I didn't know was Jewish until tonight. You know how you can tell if you're Jewish if you're watching the Pamela Lee Anderson video and think, nice boat. I don't know when this is being televised, but I would like to say to whichever woman I'm at home with right now watching this, honey, this is for you, really. I could not have done it without you. When I'm not in a relationship, by the way, I shave one leg so when I sleep it feels like I'm with a woman. I'm getting a bikini wax on Monday. It is particularly great to end the Larry Sanders series with this award, and thank you. And of course, an incredibly gratifying experience for me. I learned so much from the show, and this I share with everyone who worked so hard on the show. A fantastic cast, of course, and a wonderful crew, and everybody who worked so hard. Thank you so much, and this is yours as well. And to HBO, thank you, and to all of you, thank you who voted for me. I feel awkward. I didn't get you anything. And the only thing that could make this more special is if, of course, if had no one else gotten one at all tonight. But thank you all, and thank you, Kevin and David. Good night.
Please welcome Howie Mandell.
Wow, this is great. The past year will always be remembered as the year of the lie. And although the national focus was on the liars in Washington, the mother lode of both prevarication and fornication, everybody lies. What are those words? Prevarication. I didn't write that. That's a, you know what? It's a lie. I wrote that, and I just can't read that. I don't have my glasses. I don't have my glasses. That's a lie. I don't even wear glasses. I don't like lying. You know what? Let me be honest with you. I hate lying. Because I hate any kind of lying. I hate, you know what? I even hate lying down. I hate that. I'll go in, no, I'm not, it's not a joke. I'll go into my kid's room in the middle of the night. I go, look, you're lying. You're lying. Get up. So, you know what? A lie is a lie is a lie. Let's, right here and now, at the American Comedy Awards, I am calling for an end to the lies. And now it is time to bring out our next presenter. She is a 5-time Oscar winner, a recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, an Olympic gold medalist, a virgin, a former Miss Nigeria, the next president of the United States. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is Jolie Fisher.
Thank you, Howie. All of that actually is true, except for Miss Nigeria. I was the first runner-up. It could happen. I would like to announce the favorite for funniest female in a motion picture.
Barrymore. Holly Hunter. Christina Ricci. Meg.
We were just having a debate about wedding kisses. I say that it's okay for it to be an open mouth kiss.
And I say that it's the type of occasion where people dress up, so it's not appropriate.
God, there's got to be a little tongue.
Well, maybe a little tongue. Not porno tongue, church tongue.
Is that hair gel?
Yeah.
Great. I could use
No, you don't have to. You don't.
I just ran out. He's a murderer. Yeah.
Like an actual convicted murderer?
He killed people. I know. It's crazy.
Is there any specific areas you'd like me to concentrate on?
On me? No.
Would you like me to take these off?
Can I decide later?
If you think I'm just plucky and scrappy and all I need is love, you're in over your head. I don't have a heart of gold and I don't grow one later, okay? But relax. There's other people a lot nicer coming up. We call them losers.
First day you lied to me.
I didn't lie to you.
You did too.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
You did too. Joe? Just call me Joe?
Sure.
As if you were one of those stupid 22-year-old girls with no last name. Hi, I'm Kimberly. Hi, I'm Janice. Don't they know you're supposed to have a last name? It's like they're an entire generation of cocktail waitresses.
Damn it, Charlie, no cable?
Do you have any bags?
What was
No,
in
I
your
didn't
head?
expect to come. I'm
This
leaving.
is your
in the morning.
department,
How
Charlie.
about something to eat?
I'm
Yeah,
out of here.
great.
This is the worst two-big candy-ass place I've ever seen.
Hey, darling. Darling, it's 4 in the morning. This is not how you want to be introduced to the neighbors.
And this year's favorite is Cameron Diaz. There's something about Mary.
Hey, guys. Thanks very much. I appreciate this great honor. Comedy. Being nominated and chosen by my fellow comedians is a great honor. I appreciate it. I'm just at work, hard at work right now, on Oliver Stone's new comedy, which, as you guys can imagine, I'm having a barrel of laughs. But I wish I could be more funny for you guys, but I just can't muster up any comedy at this moment. Isn't that funny? Anyhow, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay.
Next from the American Comedy Awards, Fran Drescher, D.L. Hughley, and the cast of That 70s Show.
I am a very stylish girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the nanny, Fran Drescher.
Wow, one of the best comedies of the year was Shakespeare in Love. Yeah, it's about life backstage at the Globe. You know, I read for the part of Elizabeth the Virgin Queen. I thought they said they were looking for a virgin from Queens. Whatever, the only virgin in my house is the olive oil. Now for the nominees for Funniest Supporting Male in a Television Series.
Jason Alexander, David Hyde Pierce, Michael Richards,
Show? Jerry? Right. Jerry? Oh my God, he wants to talk about Jerry?
Yeah.
Jerry!
Jerry!
He wants to talk about Jerry!
He wants to talk about Jerry!
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 Can I go like this?
Sure!
No sports jacket? I don't need a sports jacket. Writers wear sports jackets.
Forget the sport jacket.
I won't feel like a writer.
You're not a writer.
Why?
It's the breakfast I always have after a night of passion. Eggs Benedict? That's very rich. I only have it once a year.
What are you doing?
You know, I went swimming. I can't get this water out.
So do you remember 5 years ago we did that pilot, Jerry? Well, the new guy at NBC wants to do it. They're putting it on the air. They're giving us a 13-episode commitment. George and I are moving to California.
I still feel like I owe you something.
Define O?
Well, do you like to watch?
I could take it or leave it.
You want to talk about your frigging health, go to an HMO and don't waste Larry's time.
Did you say frigging?
I'm trying to cut down on my cuss words.
Mother call?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says hello.
Oh, tell her I said hi.
She really loves you.
This is a tough category. And this year's favorite is, the winner is David Hyde Pierce in Frasier.
So I wanted to, no. Opening night of my first Broadway show, I was at Sardi's afterwards, and this woman came up to me. She's wearing a black and white striped dress that, like, a zebra would not wear. And she said, "My name is Marilyn Zatmary, and I would like to represent you." And I took a look at her and just wondered whether Sardi's had security. That was 17 years ago. Marilyn is still my agent. And she stuck with me. She stuck with me through thin, so now we're both enjoying the thick. And I owe a lot to a lot of people, but tonight, Marilyn, this one's for you. Thank you very much.
From the Hughleys, please welcome John Henton and D.L. Hughley.
Hello, I am D.L. Hughley.
I'm John Henton.
And we like to present the next award for the funniest male in a television special.
Wait a minute now. Aren't we going to have any funny repartee?
No.
Aren't we going to tell everybody to watch our show, The Hughleys, on ABC on Tuesdays? And why are we here?
Well, if Fox wants to keep his FCC license, they have to show at least 2 well-dressed black men not being chased by cops. And now the nominees for the funniest male in a television special.
A billion people are watching us tonight, except for Linda Tripp, who's taping it.
Geez, I wonder who this could be. Hello?
It's me, you jerk.
Comic relief. Comedy for the homeless, because when you're homeless, that's what you're thinking about. Oh, I could use me a nice joke right now. Yeah, when you're sitting on the corner eating a rat tail sandwich, you go, yeah, a one-liner would do me fine right now.
I know I will not understand women. I know I will never be able to understand how a woman could take boiling hot wax, pour it on her upper thighs, rip the hair out by the root, and still be afraid of a spider.
I work out quite a lot, and in fact, here's a question for you, Arnold. The clean and jerk, is that the right order? Because in high school, I did it the other way around.
We've been doing Comic Relief since 1986. This is our 5,000th request for money. This is a worthy cause, so now we're gonna get tough. Unless you start writing checks now, we're gonna put on the John Tesh CD.
Right now.
I've got it! Also, Yanni, don't piss me off!
This year's favorite is...
The winner is Billy Crystal.
I'd like to thank all my fellow comedians who voted me this award tonight. I'm not doing the Academy Award this year, but it doesn't mean I'm retired. Due to affirmative action, I've got a new job. I'm in the NBA with Los Angeles Clippers, pursuing yet another dream. So, thanks again.
You're nothing. You're nothing. Take a look at it. Right. Time. Maurice, do you have to block every shot that I try to shoot? That's my job, Billy. I understand it's a little embarrassing, but could you not pat me in the ears every time I do something good? Because some of the guys are talking. Because you're looking like you're enjoying it way too much. Okay? Okay. Way to go, buddy. Okay. All right, thanks. I didn't say it was going to be easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, from one of this year's hits on Fox, the cast from that 70s show, here are Deborah Jo Rupp, Topher Grace, and Kurtwood Smith.
do a show every week that takes place during the 1970s. We wear clothes from the 70s, we style our hair like the 70s, and we research our roles by watching all the classics from that golden era of television, the 1970s.
And of course, the greatest comedy show of all, Carol Burnett.
Oh, thank you very much.
It was a 70s Comedy Hall of Fame. Carol Burnett, Harvey Korman, and of course that great sketch comic.
Thank you.
Vicky.
You know, Vicky.
The nominees for Funniest Female in a Television Special are...
Carol Burnett, The Marriage Fool.
Ellen DeGeneres, the 1998 VH1 Fashion Awards.
Janine Garofalo, the MS Foundation's Women of Comedy from Carolines.
Whoopi Goldberg, Comic Relief 8.
Rosie O'Donnell, the 52nd Annual Tony Awards.
And this year's favorite is...
Thank you very much. On behalf of...
okay. For the first time in Comedy Award history, we have a tie.
Excuse me?
One winner is with us via satellite from New York, Rosie O'Donnell.
Thank you very much for this award. I'm really sorry I couldn't be there tonight. I've asked my friend Matthew Broderick to accept it for me.
Rosie thanks you for this award.
And our other winner is Carol Burnett.
Thank you.
Accepting for Carol Burnett is her dear friend, Dolly Parton.
Well, I want to thank you all so very much on behalf of my dear friend, Carol.
Excuse me a minute, just a minute. Do you know Carol personally?
Well, yeah, and Carol and I have been friends for a long time. In fact, she came to Nashville once, and we did a show called Carol and Dolly from Nashville, and I just love her to death.
Uh-huh.
You know, we have a lot of things in common.
Name two.
But listen, I just have been kidding around here, but I really think that it's only appropriate for one special person to accept this award for Carol Burnett. One of the funniest guys that I have ever known, Mr. Jim Conroy. Take it away, Jim.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Up next, the stars of Will and Grace, Deborah Messing and Eric McCormick. From the Wayans brothers, please welcome Sean Wayans.
Today's television stars come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. But there's one popular action hero who can change your shape, your size, and your color with just a flick of his wrist. He's a black belt champion, and the ladies love him because he's hung. That's right, the star of martial law, Mr. Sammo Hung, y'all, ladies and gentlemen.
I love being here with all these comedians. Excuse me, my English is not so good, but you understand, I hope. And 我咧就出咗名咧就係身手敏捷噶啦，但係咧 I love to tell jokes。咁跟住呢個笑話嘅證據咧，就我一講你哋就知道噶啦。Take my wife, please。咁啊跟住咧呢個我自細咧就已經聽過噶啦，就係 Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know on third。咁啊呢個位仁兄嘅英文咧其實麻麻地，但係佢個笑話咧就係舉世都知名嘅。I get no respect。各位觀眾 ，Rodney Dangerfield。
what a crowd, what a crowd. I tell you, I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape, you know? Last week my psychiatrist told me my wife and I should have sex every night. Now we'll never see each other. But I'll tell you, things are going real good for me, real good. I just finished my first book. Now I'm going to read another one. And I solved my drinking problem. I joined Alcoholics Anonymous. I mean, I still drink. I use a different name, that's all, you know? No, but AA is a great organization. They help people. That's the idea in life, is to help people, the joy of giving. I try to help people. I mean, I want to do a show for the homeless. I don't know where to contact them. But in my own way, I help the homeless, I do. I'm always looking for a girl who needs a room, you know? All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
Please welcome the stars of Will and Grace, Deborah Messing and Eric McCormick.
For those of you who haven't seen our show, it's about a straight girl and a gay guy.
You've seen it. The Huffingtons.
Yeah, good one. Huffington's, good one. Now, it's called Will and Grace, who are best friends and roommates.
I play Grace.
And I play Will, although we are going to be switching roles during sweeps. We've had a fabulous time doing our show.
And we're especially happy to be asked to appear here tonight on the American Comedy Awards.
It's been a great year, thanks to you all.
The nominees for Funniest Supporting Female in a Motion Picture are...
Let's party.
Work
that body, work that body. So fine, you open up my mind. I like the way you move, I like the way you groove. That thing tone rocking so well. Come on, girl, let me ring your bell.
And the favorite is Kathy Bates in Primary Colors.
Kathy Bates couldn't be here tonight. They called me and asked me if I wanted her tickets because I was waitlisted to get here. So I'm sitting there, and they told me that I had to. I'm in her seat, so they said I have to accept for her. But I don't even know what movie this is for, to be honest. I know she was in Misery. She was. But that wasn't funny. That wasn't even supposed to be funny. She was in Water. You know, maybe this is for Titanic because that was very funny. I laughed. So I just don't know. Anyway, I would like to thank my agent and my parents, Bud Friedman, and the Supreme Being. And I hope someone to be here in someone else's seat again next year. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll make sure she gets this sooner or later.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a comic-turned-actor, co-starring in She's All That, Kevin Pollak.
Please be seated. I could use an ashtray, I think, would be good. Does anybody? Remember the good old days when the most enjoyable thing to do with a cigar was smoke it? I gotta think that the person who's enjoying the president's trials and tribulations the most has gotta be Ross Perot, huh? Doing cartwheels in his living room. What do I have to do, people? Can you believe this? That I got my butt kicked twice by this sex-crazed hillbilly. What do I have to do? I'm running in 2000. You're gonna hear a lot about tax cuts. Here's my tax plan. I will pay your taxes. You fill out the forms, I write the checks, see you in 2000. We like to think the things that we see and hear on television these days are new and shocking and outrageous. At once, a long time ago, in a test market far, far away, things were more innocent and decent. But they weren't. For as long as there's been comedy, there's been comedians trying to get away with stuff. They came up with shows like Bonanza, 4 men living alone on a dude ranch with their Chinese cook. Oh, but we all know Hop Sing was so much more than just a cook. He was a pimp. And anyone think that Sock It To Me had anything to do with fighting? I don't think so. It all got wildly out of hand, so the censors clapped down hard. They canceled Oral Roberts for his name alone. Only camels had humps, only golfers had putts, and only tennis players had, say it with me, balls. And if we're not careful, ladies and Jews, this could happen again. For I've been asked to come here tonight, my comedic brothers and sisters, to remind you that in the wake of the conservative right's attempt and thankfully failure to remove our president, these are still dangerous days of political correctness. And now more than ever, it is our duty and responsibility as makers of mirth to push the envelope, stretch the boundaries, and test the rubber that our chickens are made of. Thank you, and God bless America. Here now to present the next award, the very funny David Allen Greer and the voluptuous Rosie Perez.
It's great to be back together with Rosie. We used to work together on In Living Color.
But we would never have a show today on Fox.
You see, to be on Fox, or as we used to call it, the Fox Plantation, now you have to be an animated character with the voice by Eddie Murphy.
Or in an out-of-control car on the freeway.
Being chased by the world's scariest wild pet.
On the way to a rendezvous with his cheating spouse.
Who is about to reveal all of the magic tricks ever done.
On hidden camera.
So, before somebody turns us into a cartoon, we want to present the favorites for the funniest male in a motion picture.
Che ti succede? Niente. Come stai? Bene, sto bene. Ma chi ce l'ha messa qui questa poltrona? Ma guarda, Guido, ma che c'è? Come stai? Bene, sto bene. Sì.
Come stai?
Bene, sto bene. Ma perché mi viene tutti così? C'è qualcosa che non va, c'è qualcosa di strano.
Good morning!
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
They have to have discounts in lattes because most of the people who work there have never read a book.
She's not as nice as she seems on television. She's probably not as fine as she look on TV either. Oh, no, she's beautiful. But she's a pill.
I have met Joe Fox, and I've heard him compare his store to a price club and the books in it to cans of olive oil.
Cindy showed up, so right away, Scott, you gotta be pretty psyched, right?
Hey, buddy, I'm not paying you to hear your thoughts on life.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
Hey, are you the little guy making all that big noise?
Do I look thin to you? I'm trying to lose weight. I'm just trying to lose a little weight. Is that too much? Have I gone too far here?
Donner, party of 50? Donner! Donner party over here!
And this year's favorite is... The winner is Roberto Benigni, and Life is Beautiful.
Good evening. This is Roberto Benigni. I cannot be there, and that's make me unhappy because I would like to be there physically. I mean, with my body to kiss everybody. Because when they told me I won this wonderful prize, I felt like to take my clothes off and to swim in the Tiber River for one day. And to really don't be there for me, it's a pity. I would like to thank the American comedians who gave me this wonderful prize to make me really very, very happy. And my heart is swollen of gratitude for this American Comedian Award. St. Francis said that a day without a laugh, it's a lost day. And I really am honored to be in company of Tom Hanks, Robin Williams, Adam Sandler, and Ben Stiller, and Jim Carrey, and whatever. And I'd like to be there and to take a swim all together in the Mississippi River, all naked, all together. I really would like to kiss everybody in everywhere. Thank you very, very much for this wonderful prize. Bye-bye. Thank you very, very much. What a prize.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Coolio and Daisy Fuentes.
Off a little bit the way they introduce you, like Coolio. It's kind of lacking a little bit of style, don't you think?
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should probably do it. You should be writing introductions for things like this because it would be a lot cooler.
You think so?
Yeah, what would you do?
Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Coolio with the flow. The neighborhood ghetto is like superhero down to go toe-to-toe with Hank Frank and Joe straight from Tennessee. And the pretty from New York City, Daisy Fuentes, ex-MTV and DJ going national, now calls America's her funniest home videos in the house, and that's how we do that, you know what I'm saying? That's an introduction. What I'm saying, you know, I'm trying to learn to talk like I talk real fast, you know.
Much better.
Yeah.
And now the nominees for funniest female guest in a television series are...
To be one terrific guy.
Mom, when he's 60, you'll be 80.
Look, I'm not marrying him. I'm only sleeping with him.
Speaking of last shows, your show.
I saw your last show.
Well, yeah, let's just talk about you first because I am just such a huge fan.
Well, I loved what you did on yours. I had no idea. I mean, I love your work, but I had no idea that you were that versatile.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the stuff that you did on
A lot of people don't know I started out as a plate spinner, but it's just stuff that...
Okay, are we gonna be done soon?
Personal? You're breathing.
Yeah, well, for like a long time now.
Thank God.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to interrupt you, you know, because you seem so serious.
No, I didn't realize that you were conscious.
Well, yeah.
That's rough, leaving you for another man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea?
No, none at all. Stan was a contractor we'd hired to expand our master bedroom. It's ironic, isn't it? No sooner do I get the closet of my dreams than my husband comes out of it.
Theme songs are vital. Do you have one? Tracy, like my name. Tracy. By the cufflinks. Every time I feel down, I hear it in my head.
You sing this in your head.
And the winner is Alfred E. Newman's cousin on his father's side, Tracy Ullman.
Oh, it's me again. Oh, thank you very much. This is lovely. It was great to go on someone else's show and not wear rubber all over my face. That was me. And I thank David Kelly for a fantastic script and Jeffrey Kramer for thinking of me to do this. And I love working with Callista Flockhart. She's terrific. And all you fat journalists that are jealous of her metabolism, leave her alone. She eats like a pig. The cream pie's on the bloody craft service table on that show. Unbelievable. So now I want to take all my clothes off and go throw myself in the LA River. That was me as Bernini. Thank you very much, yet again. I really appreciate it.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you to Richard Norton, Michelle Morgan of Price Waterhouse Coopers for keeping us honest so we can come back and see you all again next year. Good night.